All right, first time in Edinburgh.
First time in the most haunted place in the UK.
The Vaults.
All of these are individual vaults and underground tunnels.
When the merchants moved out, the criminals, they moved in, and this became an absolute den of iniquity down here. This is where the body snatchers and the serial killers would come to find a victim or find a body down here.
What is the whole story of the Watcher?
I believe that he was a watchman, like security down here. You'll hear his footsteps.
Whoa,
and
look at
awful-
this guy, he's right there.
They would seriously come in here and actually practice witchcraft.
They always felt there was some kind of malevolent presence in here.
What the Yo! Oh my god! Get out!
Are we speaking with the malevolent spirit?
I was. God, I'm gonna be sick. Holy
You have two red-ass marks going down.
Are you scared of graveyards, Steve? No.
That bars look so cool.
I want to go in one of those
look for a
bars.
beer.
Apparently, guys, one of the bars is actually connected to the underground tunnels of Edinburgh.
We're just gonna run off, right?
Yeah.
Me and you, let's go.
Let's do it, bro.
Pine guy. Anyone know him?
Yeah, no one needs to know. Just me and Dick. The cool kids of the group, you know how it is.
I'll call you. You're down for anything.
We just call that liquid courage.
Alright, it's Dutch courage. I think it was because back in the war, when the Dutch come, they went into battle with it.
They had the right to be pissed. They had their homeland taken over.
No, I mean, this is a drunk.
Oh, okay. Now, I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, but that nose and glasses right there was actually a joke shop, and it was the inspiration for Weasley's joke shop. And this street was actually also the inspiration for Diagon Alley, which is super cool. You know, just because I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan doesn't mean I don't know the references. Shut up, don't judge me. You know, guys, the reason we're walking around the streets is because these streets are above and on the same level as all the tunnels that we're gonna be investigating tonight. It's a whole network under the city. Oh! I picked the wrong day to wear skinny jeans.
So the Vaults can't be up, can it?
Yes, we're going up to go under. I'll need to let you in these doors.
Okay, so see, we're going ahead of our own tour.
Yeah, Steve.
Steve!
It's all Steve's fault.
I'm just leading the way. And
Why are you ruining our trip, Steve?
You know, it's crazy. It's warmer in here than it is outside.
That's true.
We'll come in here. This is our torch next session.
Josh, are you into torture?
No, wait.
Is that something that excites you?
Maybe. Why, are you into torture? Because I wasn't into torture if you were into torture.
These are original
Damn.
torture devices
Were some of these used in the vaults or kind of just
on
around?
the people who lived and committed their crimes in the vault. Some of these things would be used on
Oh
them.
my god.
Wow.
Are you recognising that top?
Oh yeah. This one? Is that for your chest?
This would go on you like a belt. This would go on you like a vest. You'd be tied to your back, and a bottomless cage would be put here, and 2 or 3 hungry rats would be put inside the cage.
Oh my god.
Hungry rats.
Yeah. And then they would put hot coals on top of the cage, and the rats would panic because of the heat.
Oh.
Yeah, they would
So
go
they
for
eat
you.
through
They
you.
eat you. Yeah.
Jesus.
Bamboo slithers, this is one of our replicas here, but this was used for interrogation. This would go under your nail.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Now, this is what you'd be whipped with.
Oh, so you're not even whipped by like a whip or whatever they use to
whip you
whip.
by chains.
Chain whip.
Yeah, if you get any more than about 40, 50 lashings, it was more or less a death sentence because it would just rip your back wide open and you'd bleed out. Sometimes the entire rib cage for the back would be exposed by the time they'd finished whipping you. This is another one of our replicas, but this would go over your eyes, these 2 knots here, and the executioner would stand at the back of you and he would twist and twist until your skull would crack wide open.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the ball breakers.
The ball
You
breakers.
gotta be kidding me.
Not the balls.
So that will castrate you in your entirety.
Oh my god.
And your entire family generation.
I
I wonder how many balls that one broke.
These have been used on people. So the flesh tongues,
The flesh tongues.
in other words, the breast rippers, quite
Oh.
self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Tongue tongues, this would be heated until it was glowing, so it would stick to your tongue, and they would twist and twist and twist and haul, and your whole tongue would come ripping out of your mouth. So these ones here, this is you've got the jawbreaker. Have you seen? I think it's Saw, where they put the contraption on the guy and it rips his mouth open.
Yeah.
It's something like it. It's the old days version of it. So they would gradually open this, unscrew it after they'd slid this part into your mouth, and your jaw would stretch to full capacity, and then it would just burst wide open. Your jaw would break, it would dislocate, this part would go shooting through the roof of your mouth. It'd break your teeth, and then you'd end up with a Joker's smile as well, because this would just rip up here.
Yeah.
This is
Thumb
insane.
screws, are you familiar with these?
I'm glad I'm not.
Rules? I actually don't know this one.
These were actually called periwinkles in Scotland, but this will crush your fingers. You were to put your fingers in this part here, and it would go down in you like a vice, and just
Wow.
cut your just crush your fingers virtually flat. This is the Spanish boot. So see the spike inside there?
Right
Yeah.
here?
So that would get drilled into your calf bone here.
Oh my God.
So this would go on you like a brace. Now they hadn't even started with the torture. This was just to secure the thing. And then they would put wedges of wood down either side of your leg here, and they would just keep hammering until the gap got smaller and smaller, and it would just crush your leg. So blood would go squirting, bone marrow would go squirting, your bones would splint and start to protrude through your flesh. And then as a conclusion to your punishment, they'd have to screw this back off what was left of your leg, and then they'd try to make you walk. As soon as you took your first step forwards,
You just fall.
your legs would just disintegrate from underneath you.
People in medieval times were psychos.
What's that for? There's another one in the corner over there.
It's a
Well,
chastity
yes,
belt.
Yes, without reading the sign. Right? If men, especially sort of like upper classes, were leaving the city for whatever reason, for business or war or whatever, they would put their wives and their daughters in one of these chastity belts so they couldn't,
Right.
yeah, and they would take the key with them.
What? We gotta get those!
This was for women who were irresponsible with their mouth. So if they were like a nagging wife or something like that, we lived in a very misogynistic society, so you weren't allowed to be opinionated about like politics, religion, that kind of stuff. This would get put onto your head, and that piece of metal
God.
would go into your mouth and push your tongue down so you couldn't speak. Sometimes it was a knife that would slice your tongue if you attempted to speak. Sometimes it was spikes that would pierce your tongue if you attempted to speak. You would have this put on your head, and you would be chained to the toll booth or chained to the Market Cross or some public place to be humiliated.
Man, what was wrong with people back in the day, man?
This was the witch's bridle, so this would be heated in a fire and placed onto the victim's face, and it would melt and fuse into the victim's face.
They would just die in the end.
Well, they'd rip it off her, and half her face would come with it. This would punish you and mark you for being a witch.
Jesus.
That's the worst one to me.
That could kill you.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Or that could kill you, right? But that wasn't, if they meant to kill you, what they would do is fuse this to your face, leave it there, and then see the mouthpiece? They would put a funnel in there and pour boiling oil down your throat.
That's original?
Yep, so that's been used on people.
That's terrifying.
Try lifting that, you'll probably try to be able to lift it more. But that's a cannonball.
I'm
So
surprised you
that's-
can lift that, because you're kind of weak.
But ball and chain, so you're not going to get very far with that attached to your ankle.
How heavy do you think it is?
I'd say a solid 12 kilos.
So in pounds for my American viewers?
Oh, 2.2 pounds to a kilo, so maybe 22 pounds.
I don't know if you can lift that, bro. You want to try or
Come
not?
on, man.
I
You
don't
think
know.
I'm weak?
Okay, let me just grasp the ball real quick.
Oh, damn.
Firmly grasped it. Oh, I thought you worked that for a month.
I'm stronger than Josh.
So these were called the claws, the double claws.
Oh.
So they would just kind of like haul it into the side of you and draw backwards and just take a massive chunk out. You'd be shackled into here. It would hold your arms apart like this, and then you would be attached to the city gates, and you'd dangle over the city gates, whether you were dead or alive.
Who
That
thought
would
of this
hurt.
stuff, man?
That
Did they
would
like
hurt.
hire people to just think of the
Yeah.
most obscure, painful forms of torture?
And then there's the breaking wheel behind you.
Breaking
so
wheel?
basically this was something to tie you to so they could beat you to death.
So this is the foam room.
So the section of the vaults that we're gonna be in underground is right here in this area. This is actually just a map of the streets that we were just walking. Oh,
So here's the enigma, right?
damn it.
Because we were up
Oh my
Scarlet
God.
Incline to get to the point where we entered into the vaults.
I can't believe
So,
this.
Above
This
your
is nuts.
heads, there's another layer of this above your heads. You go straight up. There is currently buildings, pedestrians, and traffic above us. It's just they're so high up we can't hear them and they can't hear us.
Oh my God, dude.
We were
We were just on street level.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's a pentagram on the floor.
This was a coven of witches.
Oh my
So
god.
they were
Seth, I've never seen anything like
Me
this.
neither. This isn't even a joke.
Witchcraft.
Pretty much left it as they left it. George died, the high priest died in 2014. So this is pretty much how it was.
Original.
left.
So what would they do in like this place?
Yeah, was this like a store or?
No, it wasn't a store. This is their actual coven. This is where they would come in and they would practice. Practice witchcraft.
This room right here, guys, they would seriously come in here and actually practice witchcraft and be in their coven right here in this room.
Was there any kind of, sacrifice or anything like that?
No.
What
They were
about
white
animal-
witches.
Oh, white witches.
In other words, as long as you don't do any harm, you can do what you want.
So that's actually not like really evil. That's
No.
kind of just.
I've never seen a room like that.
Me neither.
They weren't evil at all.
Well, that's
No.
good. I mean,
So the symbol on the back there, a lot of people associate that with Satanism, but only if it's inverted. So if that top spike was pointing down, that would be Satanism. A bit like an inverted crucifix.
okay.
But because that's the right way up, that's different. That's white witch.
you.
I'm so glad she just said that.
Now he used to conduct legal weddings down here. He was a celebrant and he would legally, officially marry people down here in this chamber. George made the papers and made history in 2004 by conducting the first legal pagan marriage down in these vaults.
That's
Ever?
actually so
World's
cool.
first. Question though, now how old old are these vaults now?
The bridge that they're contained in, the South Bridge, that was completed in 1788, and quite quickly it was sandwiched in by buildings, and they built a shopping street over the top, and then the merchants decided to utilise the space that they had created, and they created these 120 vaults. Towards the late sort of 1700s, they were used by merchants. This was basically all the way down here. There was these chambers, and if you sort of like pan back a little bit, it kind of looks a little bit shop-like or something like it, yeah? So the merchants would utilise these vaults, and they would have shops down here, they'd have workshops, they'd have storage space, and this was a very sort of busy hive of activity down here for the merchants, legal activity. Have you noticed already how damp it is down here?
Yeah.
Look at the floor. Like, especially when you get up that end, you're going to see how damp it was.
Yeah.
That got the better of the merchants. It was destroying their stock. So very quickly, the merchants moved out. When they moved out, the slums, the destitute, the criminals, they moved in, and this became an absolute den of iniquity down here.
So a lot of people got robbed down here over the years, killed maybe.
Massively overcrowded, disease and filth-ridden slum, and there wasn't just your kind of like rogue crime down here, the assault, the theft, the murder, that kind of stuff, but there was actual illegal businesses down here as well.
So everything that could have been negative or bad was down here at one time.
So there was a lot of murders down here.
Yeah, there was a lot of murders because this is where the body snatchers and the serial killers would come to find a victim or find a body down here, right? Okay. So the body snatching sort, they would steal bodies out of the graveyards. This was a very convenient halfway hiding point to the anatomy schools, so they would hide the bodies down here until they could take them off to the anatomy schools. The serial killing sort would come down here and look for a vulnerable, passive, easy target, somebody who wasn't going to be missed, bump them off and take them off to the anatomy school. You could just come down here and look for a corpse. There was going to be somebody lying about the place.
No matter what.
That's horrible.
This is insane. So where's the authority in all this? Like, did they know all this stuff was going on and they didn't do anything about it, or like? They
well,
did?
this was the magistrates eventually threw out all the criminals and they bricked up the doorways and everything. So they knew it was going on. They did try to control it, but they really did struggle to. The businesses down here were raided sometimes and things like that because we had lots of illegal establishments down here as well. So we know that we had brothels, we know we had illegal breweries, we know we had illegal taverns, there was drug dens, gambling dens, dogfighting pits, you name it, it went on down here. We had like hellfire clubs down here. The kind of upper classes would be attracted to down here because of the vice and the prostitution and things, and it was away from prying eyes of decent society. Yeah. They could come down here and hide. The slums were massively overcrowded as well, so like a little chamber. Do you want to go into one of the wee chambers?
Yeah, let's go.
That
Let's
would be
go
cool. I really cannot wait to investigate these vaults, because this is just insane.
So in the slums, a room this size would have maybe about 30 people
30?
living in it. About 30 people.
This size room.
Yeah.
30 people in this little room?
Yeah.
Man, Dan already takes up half the room. What are you talking about? You take up half the room.
Dan, look at Steve.
Steve takes up half the room.
There was no sanitation down here, no running water, no toilets, so people would just urinate, defecate, vomit, drop dead and start decomposing wherever they were. It was absolutely putrid down here. In addition to that, above ground, the houses above ground didn't have flushing toilets either, so they would just toss the contents of their chamber pots out into the street. The streets were filthy. The rainwater would bring the filth trickling through the bridge.
Oh, it's still wet right now.
Yeah.
Is that from the rain from above us?
It's poop water.
So in addition to that, there was no light down here. Now believe me, when you put these lights off and turn these candles off, it is absolutely jet black down here. You can't see your hand in front of your face, really, really dark. So it was really, really disorientating as well. You lost all sense of night and day, and you had no idea who was around you and what was going on around you either.
Wow.
It was a hellish, horrible place. So disease was rife down here as well. Cholera, typhoid, tuberculosis, you name it, they had it down here. The life expectancy was really short. So in addition to that, there was loads of crime as well. So crime that came from different things. People being poverty-stricken and desperate, they were trying to survive, they were trying to protect their families, so there would be fist fights over the last scraps of stale bread down here. But there was crime that came from like the destitute, the homeless, people addicted to drugs and alcohol down here back in the day. We didn't really have a mental health service as such, so if you were mentally unsound, you'd probably find yourself down here as well. So do you want to head it? We'll head it here and we'll go a wee bit further up the street.
Up the street, like it's its own neighborhood down here. Its own city.
So you can see me just now. You need to turn that off as well.
Okay.
So
Oh my god.
Can you see me right now?
No, not
My
at all.
camera sees you.
I can see your hand a little bit.
Right, so can you see me a bit? I'm
Yeah.
blinded by lights
Oh,
just
yeah.
now, right?
Yep.
Now watch how dark it gets down here.
Okay.
You just disappeared.
Wait.
What the heck?
She's gone.
Where's our tour guide?
Where are you?
Where did she go?
Where the hell did she go?
Go for seconds. That's okay.
What's that?
That's all right. That's explainable. Down that end, there's sort of back door of a pub, so you will hear some of that noise. You'll be able to tell the difference. Some of it can be explained. Some of it really can't be explained. So you'll hear like the gauge rattling, keys rattling, footsteps banging. You'll hear voices. You'll see apparitions. You get all kinds of stuff.
What is the whole story on the Watcher?
So he is a very tall gentleman. He's about 6'5", something like that, with his boots on. He's got tall, long black boots. He's got a long cloak or trench coat. Sometimes a tricorn hat, and we believe that he was a watchman, like security down here when the merchants had their storage down here. He ended up getting sacked from his job, and he fell into poverty, and he eventually committed suicide, and he's now back in the vaults, and he still believes that he's a watchman here.
So what evidence do you have to like prove the Watcher?
We have pictures. People have experienced him pushing them, shoving them, especially towards a doorway. They have felt him standing next to them, breathing on their face.
So is he like bad?
Yes, he's bad.
Can you show me a picture?
You'll hear his footsteps.
Whoa,
and
look at
I'll
this
follow.
guy's right there. Look at him. Look at that. Are you sure that's legit? I've never seen like that in my life. I mean, my camera's seeing him from way over here.
So he's wearing like a mask.
Yeah, it looks like Leatherface, so this is real.
Yeah, and this one made the papers, so you can see him standing behind a customer there.
Whoa, yeah, you can see the person right there looking at the customer.
So were these photos taken
that-
just by phones?
Yeah. So we always say to our visitors to take photographs because quite often they'll capture things on their phones.
Who is that? Is that a girl?
No, that's the Watcher again.
Oh,
you can
the
see
same Watcher,
Can you
yeah.
see the sort of the long
Toward
coat?
the entrance.
Dude, I've never done cell phone pictures, but now I'm like, what if we try using our cell phone to try to like get
You
photos
never
of the
know. I
Watcher?
mean, look, that's 3 pictures right there on a cell phone.
Yeah, we've never tried taking a cell phone picture.
We could try tonight.
Here's one in this room actually. Me
What?
and my colleagues were just setting up this scene. This is, we've made this look like a sort of a merchant storeroom, and here, white merchant store, and we're setting this up, and this was in process of setting up, and we're taking pictures of what we've done. Look in the corner.
Oh, are you talking about like right there?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just like
Yeah, you
right
can kind of
there.
see like the dress and the arm and everything just stood there. But we think that's more likely to be Elizabeth, who was a murdered prostitute down here, but I can go into more details about Elizabeth. This was like the decent trades. Then it went to the slums and the illegal businesses. Then it was kind of abandoned for a bit. And then when my boss bought these premises, initially they were opened up as band practicing rooms. So if you look on the back wall there, you see the graffiti stains?
Stains.
That was a punk band. Our most notable band that came down here was Kurt Cobain in Nirvana.
No way,
Down
Kurt Cobain
here?
came down here?
Wait, really?
I'm a huge fan.
In 91, he was playing a gig in Edinburgh and
No
he came down
way.
here.
Dude,
Do
that
you know,
is
like,
so cool.
which- yeah.
One of our most notable criminals down here was a woman called Mary McKinnon. She was a brothel madam and a tavern landlady down here. So the front shop was the tavern, and you'd come into the back and you had your ladies of the boulevard, you had the ladies of the night. And one night in 1823, she left the premises to go and deal with something, and did you hear the bang?
Just now,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, that's the kind of stuff we don't have an explanation for. Now, she left her premises one time to go to another part of Edinburgh to deal with something. When she came back, men had broken into her premises. They were ransacking the place, they were attacking the girls. Mary lost her temper, and she picked up the biggest knife she could find, launched at the guy, stabbed him in the chest, and he didn't die instantly. He lived long enough to testify against her, to identify her. Then he dropped dead of blood poisoning. That was murder, so she was to be executed for it.
What?
Now, she dearly didn't want to die. She was only in her mid-20s, and she didn't think she deserved to die because she was only protecting herself and her girls, but she was to be hung. And she went out kicking and screaming and scratching and fighting to the very, very end until she dropped and her neck snapped. Now, she is meant to haunt these vaults as well. You'll see a very distressed, very dishevelled young woman in 1800s clothing. You will still see the rope burns around her neck, and you will hear her screaming and wailing as she was when she was executed.
Oh my
And you will
god.
sometimes hear the absolute shrill shriek.
It doesn't matter. In my opinion, she didn't deserve to die. What the hell is
Whoa, the
this?
circle.
This was the original site of the coven that's down the street.
The Witch's Coven. This was their original room.
Yeah.
Before they moved to the next one.
Yeah, so this was the original vault that they chose. So George came on a tour in 1996, and he decided that he wanted to have his coven down here. So he chose this vault, and he decorated it much the same as the one that's down the street. He put a gate across the doorway. He was leasing this place, so it was essentially his, and put a lock on the gate. He placed this stone circle that you can see on the ground. So all witches' covens have got a sacred protective circle in the middle of the coven, so this was his. Yeah.
Okay.
So they came in and started practicing, but they never felt comfortable in here. They never felt welcome. They always felt there was some kind of malevolent presence in here. They basically wanted them out. They would feel restrictions around their neck, like somebody was strangling them, and they would tend to feel physically and emotionally very unwell in here. They would leave at the end of the day and realise they had scratches and bites and burns on their bodies that they couldn't explain.
We're not playing that game today.
Now the other thing that would happen to them is they had a big mirror on this back wall.
A mirror.
And to use for like spirit communication and scrying and things like that.
Okay.
Sort of witchcraft practices. And they would sometimes see this big hulking black figure in the mirror, and they would sometimes actually witness the thing step out of the mirror as well. Now, because all this stuff was happening, they would come in the next morning with this place being locked up overnight, and like it would look like somebody had ransacked the place. Things would be thrown around all over the place, but nobody should have been in here. So George didn't understand why this was happening, so he decided to spend the night down here alone to try to find out what was going on. Now, he was only armed with a candle, a sleeping bag, and a book. He thought the safest place to be would be inside the stone circle because this is a protective circle. So he blew out the candle, he started to drift off to sleep. The next thing he heard one of these almighty bangs on top of the chamber. He jumped awake and he heard footsteps coming up the corridor. He thought, I'm okay, the gate's locked. The footsteps then came in through the gate.
Oh my God.
Right?
Whoa.
Yeah. Now they started circling around George. He jumped up and he started chanting incantations to be rid of whatever it was, but it only seemed to infuriate the thing. The footsteps got faster and faster and turned into scratching. The scratching went up the side of the chamber and positioned itself directly above George. He thought whatever it is going to pounce. Terrified, he fled out of here and only came back the next day to gather up his stuff, take it down to the chamber that you saw down there and essentially next to the exit, and he tried to trap whatever it was in this room in the middle of the circle by reversing the polarity. So rather than expelling evil, it actually attracted it and contained it. We incorporated this space back into the tours after that, and initially we'd say to people, just come in, stand where you want, get inside the stone circle, not a problem. But then we started to notice a pattern that has continued to this day. When people get inside the stone circle, their behaviour changes, their temperature changes, there's oddities, they're scratched, they're bitten.
Seth needs to go in the circle.
Yeah, I have witnessed people go down like a plank and smash their face off the stones.
What?
People will suddenly throw up. We had a teenage boy with a nosebleed. People have lost their temper, burst into tears, all kinds of stuff. This was a paranormal investigation team that was down here a while back, and they sent me this recording. They were doing the Ouija board in the middle of the circle.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
You hear a man's voice saying something like, I'm just moving around the circle, and then you'll hear a very soft female voice saying, please come out.
Oh my God.
No way. That's too good.
That's like a grade A.
Yeah, that's grade A plus. That's like, so even more underground, there's a house.
Yeah. Well, there's underground under the underground generally in Edinburgh. So you've got like layers of underground. What you guys hearing? I just heard a voice.
Yeah,
so many
I
voices
literally
coming
just
from
heard that one out loud.
We both looked at each other at the same time. There's voices down there.
There's under here.
Someone's walking.
Someone's walking down.
I just heard that. It's so weird because I was about to walk out here. I was gonna be the first person to walk out in the hallway, and I was like, I don't want to walk out there right now. Like I felt it. Like,
Well, what time are we on now?
1:30.
2:30.
In the morning, right
Kick
now.
off the investigation at 3 a.m.
We're starting at Witch's Hour.
So are you locking us in here?
Yeah.
what?
Yup.
We
I wouldn't tell you that.
You didn't tell me that? Are you serious, bro?
Staying in the
Surprise! No matter what happens, we cannot leave this place.
Nope.
You
The
serious?
Watcher comes.
I don't care about the watcher. I care about whatever's in that room.
Well, the Watcher seems badass. That's what I'm saying.
Badass. He's security. He's gonna F you up, bro.
You're right. I don't know what I'm thinking. Actually, you know what? If I see the Watcher, I'm running too.
You don't think that this is a
It's a
wait?
locked door. You ain't getting out.
I'm running behind you, Dan.
Locking us in.
What the? F-
So you guys are going to be locked in here overnight. You're going to be in here till 6 o'clock in the morning. Under no circumstances are you coming out. I've got the keys. There's nothing you can do about it.
Guys, I just learned that we quite literally might die tonight. So leave a
If you
like and
get
subscribe.
afraid-
Thanks. Just remember, guys, this is not a satanic pentagram because it's not inverted, like she said.
Depends which angle you're at.
Oh,
do you guys
crap.
wanna do?
We're about to start investigating the most haunted place in the UK.
Probably
It's
legit.
one of
Yeah.
the most haunted places in the world.
Exactly.
One of the most renowned places in the world.
Are you guys ready?
I don't know yet, actually. I mean, when I'm in here, I feel actually good, like she said. But I'm out of there, I feel like I'm in hell.
All right, guys, we got all of our equipment set up. Music box and REM pod over at the door, as always. Can't leave the house without good old Remy, you know what I'm saying?
Never.
K2 and a cat ball in the middle.
Cat ball might not be working.
K2 and a cat ball, another REM pod, and then we have Dan's fancy schmancy REM pod all the way over there, which just lit up yellow. Interesting.
Bro, this is
My goodness.
Are you serious?
Wait, what?
Look, you guys just saw on camera. Oh, yo, now it's working.
Dude, like, no bullshit.
She's right.
This is fucked up.
Look, now it's not working, and now it is.
It should be beeping. Yeah, but where's the sound?
This is crazy.
Yo, this is scary, for real. Like, no bullshit. This is no joke.
This whole trip, all this equipment's
it's
been
making
working
me
fine,
scared.
and now nothing's working.
So this is your first time
I've been in
ghost
this
hunting
room.
here?
I've been in this room before, and I've ghost hunted in the vaults
Yep.
lots and lots of times. But I've never actually set up
Okay,
equipment in here, so this is really interesting. I've never actually sat in this circle before.
Wow, no, this is exciting. And you've
Yeah.
been doing tours down here.
Dude,
For years.
Yeah.
I can't believe this K2 is. Look at how faint the signal is, but how it just fades in and out.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's starting.
It is.
Hopefully we get some
Yo! Oh my god! That's been standing up this whole time, and the K2 just fell over on its own.
I heard it caught the sound, no joke. And that was behind you, Steve.
I
I
think-
might have caught it on my camera.
Yeah,
I'm not
maybe.
really sure.
Oh my god!
But I mean, it could have maybe just easily fell.
It could have, but
It could have, but it's been there.
just saying, it was there the whole time.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this.
For real, dude, this is getting
All right.
way too nuts.
We're circled up. We're gonna introduce ourselves as always and begin investigating.
We're just gonna do a seance and start introducing.
A seance.
We're not doing a seance, bro. What are you about?
YouTubers always thinking they're doing seances. Calm down, guys. Hi, my name is Seth. I come from the United States of America. And I'm here to communicate with you and learn your story. So if there's anybody here at all, any ladies of the night, the watcher, anyone at all, any spirit that lurks in these vaults, if you want to communicate, please enter this room and let us know you're here.
Hi, my name is Dan. I mean, you no harm at all. I've come down here with a lot of equipment. Now, this equipment will let me know that you are there. So all you need to do to make contact first, there's a bang then, is walk into this room. And if you walk in, we're gonna know you're here. We'd really appreciate that.
Footsteps.
That's coming from within the vaults.
Holy f***, something just got moved.
It sounded like somebody opened a door.
My name's Josh. I'm also from the United States of America. I'm here to kind of talk to you, learn about your story. If you're trapped down here and you're looking for a way out, maybe I can help you. If you can please enter this room, we'll be here waiting to talk to you.
Hi, my name is Steve. I'm also from America. We heard about your story. It's very tragic what happened in here. And to anyone that's not resting in peace, we would love to kindly help. But first, we would love to hear your story. So if you would like to communicate with us, we have a lot of devices here to help out with that. And we greatly appreciate to learn from you and to show us around. Now, if there's any demons in here or dark entity, feel free to make your presence known as well.
That rolling sound, we associate that with barrels getting rolled about the place. Back in the day, either from the breweries or the body snatchers would put the bodies in big person-sized barrels and store them down here. Hello, my name's Anna. You're going to be very familiar with me. I'm down here all the time.
There it is again.
I frequently experience people down here, apparitions down here. We don't mean you any harm, we're just curious. We want to get to know you, what happened to you. So if you could come towards us and communicate with us.
Footsteps.
Sounds like someone rode in. What we can do right now is we can do an EVP, and I want to ask about the launcher, just to start it off.
We should probably try and entice him out.
K2.
K2 went up. As soon as I brought up the watcher.
Yep.
Do you know about the Watcher, the old security guard that roams this halls or the streets? Where's the Watcher at? Is the Watcher still protecting this place?
That was one of the chairs behind you, bro.
Watcher, are you lurking in the shadows watching us?
Watcher. Is it okay that we're down here?
Watcher, are you in this room with us right now?
Are you lurking in the shadows watching us? Watcher, are you in this room with us right now?
Maybe we should ask questions to those that actually stayed in this room.
Over the years, there's been many people die down here. Bodies brought down here. If any of you are still here, now's your chance to come and speak to us.
Is anybody trapped down in the vaults? Are you able to leave? That was your music box.
Music box.
Something's there.
Oh, fantastic.
Gosh.
Someone's watching us through the gate. They can't come in here.
Who stood there? Tell me your name.
What are you doing here?
Either come in or walk away.
If you are stood there right now, please move to the side to turn that box off.
Could be the Watcher, because if it is, he's not gonna move.
It's another reason why it's called the Watcher. He just stands and watches.
Goosebumps all over.
Yeah, I
Me
have
too.
so many chills.
And I honestly feel like something is watching us right now.
We're gonna have to turn that off if we play this back.
You want me to turn it off?
Yeah.
Has it suddenly got really cold?
Yeah, it's been cold too.
It's incredible to me, because like we sat here for a good like 5 to 10 minutes and nothing was going off.
Tell you what, I'll set up the CCTV camera as well.
Yeah, let's-
yeah.
TV then.
Is anybody trapped down in the vault? Are you able to leave?
Said no or no. It's a girl's voice saying no. One more time.
Is anybody trapped down in the vault? Are you able to leave?
I hear 2 syllables.
See? And then you hear the music box going off right after the girl's voice.
Hey, let's continue on though.
Yeah, let's do this one more
Ask some
time.
questions.
I want to do this one more. I want to do it a little different, because assuming they're trapped here, I'm going to drop it off by the entrance. We're going to ask questions from here.
Good idea.
If this is the Watcher, you know what frightens people. You know what chases people out of here. You know what to do. You know to rattle the gates. Or throw something. Or shout. Or push someone. So if we're intruding, just do what you normally do and chase us out.
Get out! You literally heard the syllables.
Probably wants you to get out since you're a female.
Yeah, and I think he's sick of me because I bring people down here.
And they only responded to you, not even us, nothing.
Damn.
That was pretty clear. That was a pretty clear get out.
Okay guys, so we got some pretty decent evidence in there. We did have the K2 fall by itself, but I mean, that could have been coincidence. K2 in the middle of the star here was kind of going off a little bit. We heard some cracks around the room, but the most unexplainable thing happened outside of this room, which was the music box going off for what felt like 10 minutes straight. We also got that really awesome EVP of what we believe is the Watcher saying get out. Now, we're stepping back out into the street and we're gonna see what's gonna happen now.
Best of luck.
Thank
And
you.
Yeah, thanks.
I do actually mean that, but for now, I'm leaving you.
Oh no, this is. Do you think we're gonna survive the night?
Potentially. We'll see what happens.
That's not the answer I wanted to hear. Okay, so
I'm getting paranoid.
we just investigate the street now?
I think we should do the street, unless you want to go into another room first.
We can spend like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes up there, keep going on.
Oh, let's do that. Let's do
Keep
bursts.
getting closer and closer to the stone circle.
That's a great
10 minutes
idea.
in each room or something.
All right, we're finally all set up, playing around with the laser grid for the first time. REM pods, music box, we got a K2 over there as well. And behind us, another music box and a REM pod, just so that they can't sneak up on us. We heard you in the hallway earlier. We left the circle so we could communicate with you. Come talk to us, please. Make yourself known. Give us a sign.
Talking.
Ma'am, I can hear you speaking. Can you try speaking a little bit louder so we can hear what... Oh my God, I just got
Scared.
to the woman that I can hear speaking. Are you still here with us? If you are, can you give us a sign? Maybe speak out loud again, please? I heard her again. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but we've heard her and she keeps talking.
I can't really make up what she's saying, but she's trying to definitely communicate with us.
For sure. Should we try moving up?
I was thinking that because we're hearing them. Like
Yeah.
they're in like that room. They're in the vault on the
Yeah,
left.
you're
dude.
right.
100%.
I
I
think
know
we
they
should
are.
move forward then. Can you give us a loud sound to tell us to come upstairs? Knock on the wall if you want us to come up. That was a knock. That was a knock.
That was. All right, we're gonna walk up there a little bit further now because they've given us a sign that they want us to. So we're gonna see if we can communicate further. Oh my God, that looks so scary.
Can you make that knock again to tell us to come inside this room?
Is Elizabeth in there? Are you in there? Are you in front of us right now?
Yo, I see a grid moving.
Me
You too.
Okay, 3 of us are seeing the same thing right now, right?
Top left, right?
Yep, top
Yeah.
left. Top left. Top left.
Okay.
Is that where the ladder is too?
Yes.
Moving.
Oh my god.
Are you up there? Dude, I want to go inside there with nothing. Just to show you how the darkness completely just takes you in.
I guess you could say he's going beyond the dark.
Was that?
I saw that shadow down there. First I thought I'd let round the corner too much, but it was down there.
You have your camera recording that way too, right?
No, I don't. I've got it here.
She said she saw the Watcher in that same spot.
Yeah, down
Dude,
there.
What the was that?
What?
You didn't hear that?
No.
I heard a whole like shuffle. I caught on camera.
Holy
sure.
f***.
I'm doing it. Can you still see me?
Yeah, it looks really creepy, bro. I can't even see you anymore.
No, dude.
Multiple times, right? Multiple times I've seen something in the corner of my eye. And I've looked at the door look because it looks like there's something like blending into the wall.
Yeah.
When I look back, the same thing that I saw wasn't there.
Should we all go in here together? What if they're waiting for
Guys.
What?
Are you...
Literally, I hear footsteps in here.
What?
Are you
I
okay?
just heard shuffling, not even
Are you
kidding.
serious?
Yeah, like someone walking there with me.
You want to go in the grid or no?
Yeah.
Wanna go in?
Is anyone in that hallway? Anyone at all? Feel free to come over.
If there's anyone out there, would you like to come inside of this room we're in?
I feel like someone's standing right next to me, like off to the left side.
So this room is said to be a trap for anything evil. We've laid down devices all inside this room, especially inside that circle. This should be an easy task. And if you can, walk in here and set them off.
We were told that there's a malevolent spirit in here. Is that true? If that was you, come in.
What the hell was that?
That was full on metal banging.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to come closer.
Someone's laughing out there. Evil laugh.
Okay, I've got a question for you. If you want us to step inside and sit down in the circle, make a noise.
Jesus Christ.
It was a tap. I expected. Oh!
Holy crap.
It moved!
In the circle.
Did you see it move?
Oh my god.
No, it wants us to go in there. It really wants us to.
Oh my god. That was a woman
Clear as
laughing.
day. Just
You
laugh.
were hearing the laugh, but that's up.
If you really want to scare us, set one of those devices in front of us that would scare us. The music box, the ones that play the music. You step in front of them, you're gonna give us a scare.
Are we speaking with the malevolent spirit? The hell is that?
What the hell?
What the is he saying? He's saying a whole thing. What is he saying, Dan?
Catball! Oh my god. Catball's going off again.
Dude, he is.
Best AVP I've ever heard.
It's one of the best, and we can't even make it out. It is saying something crazy. Evil. We're gonna go again right now. We have to. We have to do this one more time.
Should we be scared of you? I heard somebody just say "go away" out loud. It just got cold as f. Catball. I told you I got cold in here. Yes. Look, this cat ball just keeps going on and off. K2 just went off.
Okay.
Spike to yellow.
Seth? You good?
Yeah, I just feel really weird. That K2 is going off. That K2 is going off.
Right when I put the candle down.
Are you a demon?
Listen, yes, I will be. Something for post. You guys, everyone to listen to.
You seem really drained.
I'm tired now. No, I feel okay. I'm just tired. Yeah.
Oh, cat ball.
Like no bull. I actually feel really, really weird. The feeling that I got at the Shannon. Remember when I got really anxious? I'm starting to feel like that again. I'm thinking, I don't want to do the. Oh man. I almost lost my breath. Like someone just stole it out of me really quick. You're feeling the same thing as me, dude. I feel my heart's pounding. Oh my god. Hell, what the just happened? This is horrible. Now I'm feeling weird. I almost had my breath taken out of me for like a minute.
You guys are feeling weird right now?
I was. God, I'm gonna be sick. Holy
Okay.
god.
Bro, where are you going?
I think it's like go away from that circle. Seth just had to bounce from the circle as we were just relaxing.
Don't look so good.
Bro, like you know what I'm trying. This I felt like this before. This isn't bullshit. This happens a lot.
Yeah, it's like you have to leave it, and then everything gets better.
Like literally sitting there, my heart started pounding. I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Almost like an anxiety
That
attack.
exactly what
Yeah.
it felt like. And look, I'm shaking, bro. Like,
Yeah, I know.
and I'm not hyping it up for the camera, but of course that's what people are gonna say. But holy, I literally felt like I was gonna throw up just sitting there.
Are you feeling a little bit better now?
I mean, I feel different because I'm not over there, but I still feel like really anxious.
Whoa, what's happening to your face?
What do you mean?
You have two red ass marks going down. Yeah, he does.
Holy I can see it from here.
God damn. Yeah, it's on your face. It's bright as hell on your face.
I've
Dude,
been
it's
recording
so
myself.
bad.
Dude, that's
I'm not even kidding.
It's like it's getting worse.
Yeah, no, it is. It's like you got burned, bro.
But dude, it's literally just.
It is getting worse.
But it's thicker though. It's
I
not
have to look back in the
scratch.
footage because I didn't feel anything, and maybe the scratch wasn't even there while we were
Dude,
filming and recording.
You're literally like this is all. Oh my god! Like I don't even know what to do. We have 10 minutes. This video is. It's 6 in the morning now.
Are you alright here, or do you want to just go outside?
I'm okay here.
You don't want to sit in the car?
I'm alright.
You don't look it.
Yeah, you kind of don't look it, to be
I'm
fair.
just super anxious. I don't understand why.
Yeah. Should
Yeah, you should probably go and sit in the car then, bro.
or get at least
Or
get
in
a
the safe
thumbnail
room. Go and sit
quick.
in the safe
Oh, the safe room, the witches
Yeah,
area.
I'll go